Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope you're all well. I'm Sith Holocron, and I'm a deck builder. I put all my decks out in the Dongers of Runeterra Discord and here on YouTube. And I've decided I'm going to go a little bit old school. We're going to ignore Targon altogether and try and make a deck around a card that hardly sees any play. That's like the thing that I really enjoy doing because I genuinely think that most people, when they build a CCG, think every single card's really good, and an awful lot of people just go, no, that's trash, that's rubbish, that'll never see competitive play, that'll never even see play in a friendly game. And I disagree with that. People, this is people's jobs we're talking about, and these guys know what they're doing. And Riot have been an amazing company to follow and support. League of Legends is fantastic, Valorant is fantastic, Legends of Runeterra is fantastic. So today's deck is pretty much built around a card from Noxus, and it's all about stunning, really. But not like Leona Yasuo stun. Not this deck. Not this deck at all. We're going to go for this. We're going to go for this. And it's a half spider, half swine deck. So it's running Elise and it's running swine. If it's running swine, then it's running Leviathan. If we're running Elise, we're running spiders, which is all brilliant. But you kind of realize that, an awful lot of the time, after about rounds 5 and 6, nearly everybody's got a bit of damage in them and are all sort of like, yuck. So the card I'm building around today is this geezer. We're building it around Aurok. So Mr. Glinthorn, pretty much looking like a 40k Minotaur there, with all his, let's get rid of all the stuff, he's the flag bearer for Noxus, and those guys are like the orcs of the Legends of Runeterra lore. They are, he's a beast man. He's just horrible. What he says on his card is that when you attack, you stun all damaged enemies. Now, why have people been putting in things like Yone instead of this guy? Right? Let's just go down to the 6 drops, and I'll show you what I mean. So, there's the card that people seem to be playing a lot. Round start, stun the weakest enemy. So every single round, you're getting a stun. Okay, that's not bad. I mean, it isn't bad. But attack and stun all damaged enemies? Yeah, that's I think this could be quite good. So let us go into the deck and we shall show you what's happening. So if we're going spiders, you want to type in, spider, and it will bring up everything that brings up the word spider, and then you take your pick. And that's how I deck build anyway. So Hapless we're running 2 of. Once he goes pop, because he's 1-1, which he'll do quite often, he turns into a spider. Remember that the level up on Elise is you have 3 other spiders. And then they all become fearsome and challenger. And Elise doesn't throw out another spider, etc. Ravenous Flock. One of the best cards to level up Swine in the game. I'd say it's the second best one to level up Swine. You deal 4 damage to a unit if it's damaged or stunned. An awful lot of people go, oh, it's damaged and stunned. Now, I'm sure people are going, yeah, we know that. But there are people who just go, oh, I couldn't flock there, he wasn't stunned. Because the stunned is like glowing yellow. If it's damaged, you can kill it. That's why this card is phenomenal. Elise, just amazing. She's just amazing. Love her to death. She's still my screensaver. I can't help but really, really like her. And she's pretty cool. I mean, this is actually my screensaver. This exact portrait is my screensaver. Not the second one. I don't like that art at all. That's, she's just eating them. So I like the first one better. Elise is great, and a fearsome 2/3 is hard to knock off the board. You need to be at least this power level, so that can come out at you. Another Elise, if you're playing the mirror, can't come out at you. Three Glimpse Beyonds, kill an ally to draw two. We are in Shadow Isles. It's a phenomenal card. I think it's just fantastic. And then we have Vile Feast, drain one, Nexus goes up a point, and then you summon another spider, which in a spider deck is an absolute three of, so is the Glimpse Beyond. But if you're breaking out, the Glimpse Beyond will help you immeasurably to get through what needs to happen. More units, more spiders. The house spider, when someone's summon a spiderling, which is kind of cool because, as we can see, that is the spiderling. It's a little 1/1. They go pop as much as the hapless aristocrat does. But the fact that you can do this, and if the person has nothing when a lease is out, or you've got this killed, well, there's one, there's two, there's three, and if you have a lease, then it's all ready to rock and roll, and you're fearsome, and it's very easy. Very, very easy indeed to level up a lease in a good spiders deck. And this is a good spiders deck. So early doors, this is what your game plan is. Your game plan is to essentially overrun your opponents with tiny 8-legged creatures. The Arachnoid Sentry, though, is a card that has always been in a swine deck because it's stunning things. And, you can then do 4 to it with a Ravenous Flock. So for 4 mana, you can take a unit off the board as long as it doesn't have any more than 4 health, which means absolutely everything in here, apart from Swain and Thresh, these people are all dead. All these champions have went kaput because of a 3-cost stunning spider. The Arachnoid Sentry is a great card. And will help level Swine, will also help level Elise. Win-win situation. Nothing is better than that. And then my favourite card in any Spiders deck, the Skitterer, fearsome as well. That poor geezer is still alive. Not for long. Not for long. But, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's their lovely little spider logo. Brilliant, but the fact that it adds +1 to the attack of your spider allies and enemies -1, you can literally take out an entire board and maybe only lose like 1 or 2 spiders back, but you've killed everything of theirs, which is fantastic, especially if you have Elise and everything is fearsome. You wouldn't even, you can. There are 2 ways of thinking about this. If they have a full board and you know that you can kill them, but not lose anything, probably a very good idea to take out everything and lose 1 to 2 units, as they will have nothing and you'll still probably have 3 or 4. That is a fantastic thing to do. Or if they can't block you at all, you can put in an absolute shit ton of damage and then wait for them to attack and kill them at your own leisure, which is kind of good because if they can't kill you, that's pretty fantastic. So Frenzied Skitter, a nice little turn the guitar thing up to 11 when you go. And then the rest of the deck after this is all pretty much to level up Swine in a big, big way. And there's some cards in here you haven't seen in a while. Might is literally only for one person. That is 4 Swine. To give him +3 and Overwhelm to smash it straight through something. It only costs 3. That will do the Nexus Strike. Once he's leveled up, then he's hitting everybody for his 3 to all enemies and the enemy Nexus. We're only wanting 1 of. That's normally enough to clear the entire board, and by that stage, you've probably won the game. Noxian Fervor, I am genuinely thinking of trying to make this a 3. I think it's a really good card. And as you're doing 3 to an ally, and think about it, most of our allies are all spiders with 1 health. To do 3 to that, to do 3 to something else, and half level Swine, as you need to do 12 non-combat damage. So that's 3 to you, 3 to them. That's 6. That's pretty good going. I could take out the Noxian Guillotine, but then damage units to kill, and then it replaces itself. Noxian Guillotine is a 1 of. The fact that this is a bit like Hush, we're not in Targon. We are in Shadow Isles and we are in Noxus. It's a good deck. It's a good card. Anything that's been damaged, you just kill it. You know, so it's a brilliant way to take off horrible big damn units. That you know, if you can manage to chip one thing into Aurelion Soul by a unit, well done. That 3 kills it, and then use all your mana because you only have the 1 to kill anything else out there that is looking real bad. And by the time you get to level 10 or 9, if they're playing the cheaper dragon, you've got at least 9, if not 12, and you can ruin their entire board as long as it has been damaged. Pretty useless if they keep putting down new units, which is why we're only using the 1. And then we've got our main boy Swain, and then it starts going up in mana cost, but you'll bear with me, and you'll see why. As we're only running the 2 Noxian Fervors, I wanted something else to kind of help out, and I may go down to 2 here and put this to 3, and I think that's probably a better idea. And we'll do that, but Withering Wheel costs 5, and Noxian Fervor only costs 3. So there are ways and means here to help out with people. But the fact that, say they've got 5 people at the other side, or 3, well then you're doing 5 non-combat damage, which is excellent. But at the 5 cost, I think that the 2 is probably enough. It's just a real good card. Not really being seen too much in today's meta, which is very strange to me because, you know, people are going very wide with all your daybreaks and all that sort of stuff. Being able to do 1 to all enemies, I think Swain's probably missing out not taking the Withering Whale, at least as a 2 of. And in the card that we are all in, you know, to be fair, now that I'm looking at this again, this is the whole card we're basing it around, so maybe we do this. So it all gets stunned. I tell you what, let's keep it the way it was. Let's keep it the way it was. Because the next card is Aurok, and anything that has been damaged is stunned when you're attacking, which means nothing can block you out, which means you're getting all your stuff in. You're probably getting your Swain in as well. We have 1 Rekindler to summon the strongest dead allied champion. If Swain gets kapowed for some reason, then they'll bring that back out, which is fantastic. Vengeance will just remove a unit, which anything you want to go if you've got the 7 mana, go kill it. That's the way of the world. Just watch out for things like recalls and Will of Ionia is on your own team. You know, deny, all that sort of stuff. But, you know, you can actually just take something right off the board. And the fact that it's a fast spell, you can even wait until they attack and see if they tap under their deny cost, which is 4, or under their Will of Ionia, which is 5. An awful lot of people are starting to run a bit more Will of Ionia, especially over here in Europe. Denies maybe a 1 of. If they've used the 1, you're probably okay and safe to Vengeance. And the last 3 cards are Swine Ship. You play them, you draw a Swine, and each round start you deal 1 to the enemy Nexus 3 times. So normally when you bring Swine down, he is leveled and can absolutely win because he's horrid and he's not the nicest person in the world to play against when you're up against him. This is my sort of alternative take on playing Swain, who is predominantly at the minute being played by TF, which is a great deck, really, really quite solid indeed. You could, for instance, keep this, take out Elise, and just use the spiders as chump blockers, which is something you could do, but if you're running that many spiders and not running Elise, then you don't probably understand the basis of synergy in deck building. Elise and spiders are perfect. Leviathan and Swain are perfect, and Aurok with all the little damages and all that sort of stuff, the 3 Withering Whales that, you know, Noxian Fervor is something that bounce it off. When you really have to kill out something, then you've got the Noxian Guillotine and Vengeance. You've got a Rekindler to bring back a dead champion. This is just a well-rounded, in my opinion, damn decent deck. My name is Sith Holocron. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of the likes and comments that we're getting across our social medias. So thank you so much for that. I will put all our social medias and the deck code, which you've just seen me pin there, and put them in the comments underneath this video. Have a great day or evening, guys, and until the next one, thanks for watching. Dongers out.